what I heard you say is you chunk it down instead of this big thing that you had to do. You chunk it down to the smallest, the simplest, the easiest micro steps that you could take. And for you, taking that single step of coming up with a word list essentially transcended your identity from a wannabe to someone who was a game inventor.
That was the whole thing. When I was overwhelmed, and it was regularly when I got started, I had to break it down, just say, into its smallest step. And that was the word list. That was the easiest and the most accessible first step, because everything I needed was in front of me. Because instead of overthinking, oh my gosh, how do I get started? Pad of paper, dictionary, and a pen right in my house. So I didn't have to overthink that. And also what I did, or I should say didn't do, is I didn't write out all the steps necessary to get from creation to an actual product, because even that would have been too much for me. So instead of even, I broke it down, but I just took that step and I got started. I didn't start thinking of all the other steps because I kept present. I kept my head down. I kept in the moment of making the word list. So I took all these things, went in the backyard, and I opened up the dictionary. And first word on the first page that made sense to me for the game was aardvark. So I wrote down the word aardvark. Now, writing down a word doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was a big deal. Pictionary didn't start with an idea. It started with writing down the one word because I was stuck. So I wrote down the word aardvark, and I got excited. I'm literally breaking into a cold sweat. I'm running around the yard. I go, I got started. It took me 2 years to write down that one word. But the switch, as you say, was no longer was I a waiter, because I was waiting tables. A mindset, the mind shift was I was a game inventor. That was the mind shift. It all was writing down that one word. So it took 2 years to get to aardvark. It took about 60 seconds to get to abacus, which was the second word. So it started snowballing. And it's the same thing in life. Once you start trying something, whatever it is, whether it's business or spirituality or whatever, it may take you to get started, but once you do, things start snowballing. Things start accumulating, and it just starts getting easier and easier to keep moving forward. And that's what